Y'all get ready?
Yes, you get ready.
We are gathered here today to sip some tea, honey. So make sure you guys have your teacups ready because this tea is what? Piping hot. Hey you guys, so we are doing so good on Amazon that they have now given me my official Amazon Direct store link. So if you guys want to sip on some tea with your girl and continue supporting this channel, make sure you guys go on to lovelytea.net. If you are an Amazon Prime member, you guys can now go directly to amazon.com/shops/lovely tea, and there you will find all of my tea accessories. So make sure you guys purchase something so you guys can sip this piping hot tea with me. So thank you so much for not only supporting this channel but also support my tea line and support me on Amazon. Please don't forget to leave a review. Thanks and enjoy the video. So the long anticipated episode, honey, of Wildin' Out finally aired. Now I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm not a fan of Wildin' Out. This is not a show that I tune into. You know, sometimes my kids watch it, but it's just not my cup of tea. But I did get a chance to check out the whole Azealia Banks episode because I want to know what caused this girl to have this whole emotional breakdown. She was crying colorism. She was crying racism. She was saying that, you know, the cast just doesn't like dark-skinned women. You know, she went on this whole tirade and finally it aired. And I'm going to go ahead and play you guys the clip that got Azealia Banks in her feelings, okay? Go ahead and check this out and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
Listen, my team captain Azealia Banks is so petty.
How petty is she?
She wore these church usher gloves on stage because she said she ain't want Nick Rap Skills to rub off on her when they shook hands.
Pretty terrible.
Oh, okay. All right, Chico, watch this.
My boy Nick Cannon is so petty.
How petty is he?
He couldn't get Cardi B, so he got Azealia ugly ass.
Wait a minute.
Sorry, can I just say that was very anti-black?
Ooh. Get him back.
I didn't think that was funny.
I'm a punishment.
Sorry, can I just say that was very anti-black? We are not, no colorism here on this
Get
stage.
him back.
My girl Azealia Banks is so petty.
How petty is she?
That she called Cardi B on the day she had her baby to congratulate her on being a single mama.
I didn't think that was funny. I thought that was rude. Like, let the girl have her baby. Wait a second, do y'all like follow Instagram and stuff? You know the boy that was like gay and then he came back out and was like, oh, I don't like men's no more. Yeah, he was like, don't he look
delivered.
like? Don't he look just like that kid? You do.
I'm gonna save for Wild Style.
No.
Now that's petty as hell.
But you have to enjoy your lap around the theater because you're not going to be booking any other work in any time. Enjoy Wildin' Out. You won't even make it to Dub Comedy Jam, honey.
Enjoy your lap around the theater because you're not going to be booking any other work.
Honey, this is the ceiling.
You need to
for
find your dentist. How you take your goddamn braces off but you cut the little middle part? Stupid ass girl. She told her keep the wires. Just keep the wires.
I don't even know if I want to play this game anymore. But my team captain is so petty
How petty is she?
that she told all her friends my was trash so she can keep me all to herself. I'm gonna go and leave on up out of that because you just think I can't follow up with what's going on. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
You live in like a $750 a month apartment and you like can barely afford it with your Wildin' Out checks, honey. Honey, you live in a stick house.
Hey, you gotta stop, man. You gotta stop. Leave that alone. We're gonna have to fight.
Leave me alone!
Oh, Jesus.
Leave me
Oh, my God. Emmanuel, leave again. It's still happening. Go back out. Yep.
Bitch, really? All this shit that Azealia Banks talks on social media, all this shit that this woman types. She will type an entire dissertation dragging and picking Cardi B apart. You know what I'm saying? But then when it comes to you clapping back, you're on a show where it's about people going back, roasting, going tit for tat, and all of a sudden you're stuck for words. All of a sudden you have nothing to say. All of a sudden you're like, hey, that's anti-black. No, bitch, it's called roasting. Come up with a line and get him back. You know what I'm saying? This entire situation was a hot damn mess. I just feel like this was not the right show for Azealia Banks. She's too fragile and she's way too sensitive to go onto a show where people roast you and they gag you and they pick you apart, okay?
Y'all niggas are fucking everywhere. Like, I don't want to share this with y'all. I'm sorry.
So after this video went viral, after the episode aired, after everybody's been talking about it, Nick Cannon, who is the host, decided to take to social media and he wanted to address the situation and to thank Azealia Banks for coming on the show. I'm going to go ahead and read to you guys what Nick Cannon had to say. Check this out. So Nick Cannon says, the words of our forever First Lady, Michelle Obama, when they go low, we go high. And I honestly say I have great respect and admiration for Azealia Banks for coming back and completing the show like a strong queen and going high that day. Anyone who can come on wilding out and show a different side of themselves and have the courage to go up against some of the funniest, rawest, most talented individuals in the game says a lot about one's character. So all of the pageantry and pandemonium aside, I would like to say thank you to Azealia Banks and her team for being a part of our show and helping provide these great ratings. Hopefully she receives this opportunity to fly on this higher frequency of positivity. And as the great Dr. Frances Quest Welsing teaches, we as a people must learn to empower and love ourselves. So here's some love at Azealia Banks. All right, so you guys just heard what Nick Cannon had to say. So he hit up with a lot of positivity and love, and that was really big of him because if you guys remember, when this story went viral, when Azealia Banks was talking about her crying on Wilding Out, she had no problem making fun of this man's lupus. She's wishing him death. She's wishing the cast members death. She was calling all these guys gay.
And Nick Cannon, you don't have to pray for me. Pray for your fucking immune system, okay? You don't have to pray for me, nigga. Son of a bitch. But yeah, niggas really be trying to gas it. They be like, oh, why you didn't say that? Why you didn't have the energy? It's just like, no, I really would have freaked out and really beat one of y'all niggas up. And then I'm going to be in jail, and I can't get no more fine white beans. No shade. I'm going back to New York right now. I'm about to go get this white dick. Y'all niggas are not going to stress me out, okay? And that's the end.
You know, she was so disrespectful with it on social media. But like I said, where was all this energy on Wildin' Out? You can type dissertations, picking people apart, going off on folks, you know, going off on Nicki Minaj, going off on Cardi B.
Bar, how you make a whole song about all the niggas that you couldn't keep, like, bitch, you, like, all the niggas you fucked, no, it sounds like your pussy is a whack song. No shade, sis, I would have kept that to myself. If I had that many hip-hop bodies, I would have kept that to myself, you know? You just, ew, sounds fishy.
Going off on everybody under the sun. But then when you get a fraction of that back in your face in real time, all of a sudden you're lost for words. Where were all these words and where was all these, you know, fancy clapbacks when she was dragging Cardi B? But now when she's in DC Young Fly's face, who himself is not that damn attractive, okay? She could have just gave back to him and been like, shit, you're ugly too. You know what I'm saying? She could have like roasted him. She could have clapped back on him so easily. And she just chose to, you know, bitch up and basically cry colorism, cry anti-black. It's like, really, Azealia Banks? Really? One thing I learned about this situation is that, one, Azealia Banks is fragile as hell. She's very tough online. She's very tough behind the comfort of a computer. But when it comes to face-to-face type shit like that, she's definitely not about that life. And that's the problem, is that the internet gives a lot of people who are cowardly all types of energy to think that they can say whatever they want to say to people behind the comfort of their home, behind the comfort of a keyboard. But when it comes to reality, it's a whole nother ball game. The internet definitely gives strength to the weak, and Azealia Banks is proof of that because, like I said, online she can write dissertations. She's the queen of clapbacks. But when it comes to the real world, when it comes to reality, that simple diss that DC Young Fly said to her literally had her fold into a ball. So that just shows you that's the real Azealia Banks right there. She tries to put on this tough Harlem girl persona, but she's really not about that life, okay? And I think in the future, she needs to stay off of shows like this. This show did nothing but make her look even more ridiculous because the way she was talking on social media, she was acting like these 4 guys were around her and just talking about her, picking her apart, talking about her being dark-skinned and not being good enough and being ugly. You know, she even went in on the Wildin' Out girls who were light-skinned.
I'm sorry, there was not one dark-skinned woman on that stage, and the bitches y'all had in there were not fucking fly. Like, not these fucking flat tummy tea, lollipop, fucking booty popping ass, fucking waist training, free pack of weave, mediocre Instagram. Sorry, but y'all brought me up there to like humiliate me in front of a bunch of mediocre light-skinned women with no fucking resume, you know? Y'all niggas have half a fucking resume too. You know what I mean? But like if I was really up there and I was like, all right, y'all niggas all in Atlanta, y'all probably DL'd and just the rage I had in that moment was just like, oh my God, like, you know, what part of society is telling these niggas that they can like deal with me like this, you know? And I told the nigga, like, listen, you would never be able to bring Meghan Trainor on this show and call her fat. Why? Because there would be some other white nigga to cut your fucking check off. Don't fucking try to make fun of me because you could do it for free, my nigga. You know what I mean? Don't bring me out here and call me ugly in front of you.
She even was disrespecting them and saying that, you know, they were token, you know, light-skinned girls. They weren't all that. And it's like, so it seems to me the person who has the most issues with colorism in this entire situation is not DC Young Fly. It's not the other guys on Wildin' Out. It's not the light-skinned Wildin' Out girls. It's Azealia Banks herself. Okay, she has deep-seated issues with her colorism. She has deep-seated issues where she doesn't feel like she's good enough. And when DC Young Fly called her ugly, it brought her back to a space because that's really how she feels about herself. Now, do I feel like Azealia Banks is an ugly girl? On the outside, I think she's a pretty girl. I think she has a pretty face. But what makes her ugly to me is her disposition. I don't give a fuck how good you look here because beauty fades. You know what I'm saying? We all get older and things like that. Things start to sag and change and shift. That means nothing. It's about what's in here. It's about how you treat people. And everything I've seen from Azealia Banks over the past few years of covering her has been nothing but insecurity and ugliness. So I don't feel bad for her breaking down. Like I said, that was big in Nick Cannon to, you know, send her that special message. I don't think she's replied back to him thus far, but I don't feel bad for her. Because again, whatever you put out there is what you receive. And she puts out a lot of negativity. She puts out a lot of drama. She's drama-filled. She's always involved in some fuckery. You know what I'm saying? Right now, she done got involved in some shit with Elon Musk. So much so that that man's stock has plummeted, because she let it be known that he was going to take his company private. You know, she's over here trying to blackmail him. And then now, as of today, she's writing Elon Musk an apology letter. It's very obvious that she has some type of mental issues, okay, the things that she does. But she's going to fuck around and fuck with the wrong person. She's going to fuck with one of these white billionaires. And she's going to find herself stinking somewhere, okay? Because you can't just put out shit about Elon Musk, who has money to make you damn disappear, and then, you know, a few days later, you want to issue an apology letter to him. You know, so this girl has a lot of issues. She needs to take time off of social media, and she needs to go meditate and go take time for herself, because the way that she's moving, the things that she's doing, the drama that she's causing, it's not worth it at the end of the day. So anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire crazy situation. Once again, concerning Azealia Banks, the whole Wildin' Out situation. How do you guys feel now that you've seen the episode and you're able to see that Azealia Banks greatly over-exaggerated what they were saying about her? And then how do you feel about Nick Cannon sending her that message of positivity even after she drugged him and wished him death and everything else? And then last but not least, how do you feel about the Elon Musk situation where she'd been, you know, blasting him all week and claiming that he kept her phone and she was there to provide him with sex, only now to post on social media that she issued Elon Musk an apology and that she hopes that he takes her apology seriously. You know, so Azealia Banks, I just don't know how to take this woman anymore. Like I said, I feel like she needs to unplug from the matrix, which is social media, and she needs to go have a tall glass to shut the fuck up and have several damn seats, okay? So anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right, deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T, and I hope you really enjoyed that video. If you want to know more about my look of the day, or if you want a way to contact me concerning advertisement and sponsorship deals, definitely feel free to click my description box. There's plenty of information in there. Please stay tuned for the next video. Talk to y'all later.